everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another movie review. It's not a coincidence that this is alchemy on it. For one thing, I didn't notice that when I picked it up, but as soon as I started watching this unbelievable, mind-blowing, phenomenal, astronomically done movie, done by an independent company called Magnolia. I'm sure you've heard of them. It just utterly took my breath away, and it will mess with your head. It really will. But it is, if you're a fan of particle theoretical physics and superstring theory and multiple universes, then this is right up your alley, because it will definitely muck with your mind. I like all the characters that were involved in this particular film. And the main character, Jim Beale, he is inventing a way to travel through time, but he's only invented the methodology of actually receiving the call from the other end of the wormhole. So he doesn't know how to go through it yet. Yeah, he's just been given kind of a whisper of the cosmos. I thought, ooh, whew. I mean, if you had that kind of ability, I know this sounds like I'm absolutely insane, but if they ever said, oh, we invented time travel, we need a guinea pig, sign me up, please sign me up. But he has some influences with the causality, and yeah, that gets a little bit dire for him later on in the film, and it's actually very interesting. You don't really realize it until much later. It's like, oh, it finally dawns on you. Well, me, I got it right away, but the way they do it is so subtle, and how everything is inextricably interwoven, and it just one layer on top of another. And I might have to watch this again. I mean, it was that good. This just proves that independent films can be just utterly astounding, and it just leaves you completely at a loss for words, and my vocabulary fails to describe just how fantastic this really is. But look at the cover. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful, this pretty cover. That's just a dust jacket, but it's kind of like what it says on the back, like Blade Runner or Dark City. Yeah, it is similar to that, but I heard a lot of influences of Total Recall. I mean, it really brought that to mind as well. Just the whole trope of time travel and consequences thereof, and just the whole realm of theoretical physics that I'm absolutely fascinated with. Yeah, it definitely gives you a lot more food for thought, and I'm really wondering if this can be accomplished in our lifetime. Michio Kaku thinks so, and I have a tendency to agree with his optimism. I don't know if the soundtrack was done by M83 or not, but it sounded, if you've seen Oblivion, then you know M83 with Susan Sunfor, whom I absolutely love. My friend from Norway introduced me to Susan Sunfor before she became big. Same thing with Elvis, too. He's like, I want you to hear this. I'm like, oh, I love this man. He is the Nordic Weird Al. And I fell head over heels for Elvis and Susan Sunfor and Katzenjammer, and just, those groups that I would not have been introduced to had it not been for my tremendous Norwegian friend. And same thing with my buddy over in Germany. I haven't heard from Ingo. Ingo, if you're listening, please, I need more songs from Die Arts and Rammstein. I love both groups, and I don't know if you know any other groups that I would like, but if they're anything like, Falconer. Yeah, Falconer's good too. Falconer's awesome, but it's in the same kind of realm as Rammstein. Du hast mich. Sorry, I had to. I'm going off on all tracks here. I think M93 did the soundtrack, and it said Amir Khan was the one who directed. Really, Amir Khan? Very interesting. And the end credits kind of had kind of an kind of a Indian sound to it, and I thought, nice touch. I like. But it's very futuristic, very much like Oblivion in the soundtrack, very reminiscent of Total Recall. It had a lot of good things going for it, and it really kind of, it likes to kind of fiddle around with your perception, which I enjoyed, and I thought, yeah, and I like the main character, Jim Beale, and Abby as well. And Abby, you kind of think, oh no, is it going to be one of those sci-fis where, the woman's blamed for everything? But no, actually, I'm not going to tell you what happens because it's a twist, and you think, oh, and it catches you off guard, and you think, holy cow! I mean, you just did not see that coming. I didn't see it coming. I thought, I was literally taken aback by it. But it was really something just splendid, I felt. And as far as sci-fi films go, this is probably one of the best sci-fis I've seen in a good long while. And I'm a big fan of sci-fi. I'm very, very choosy about my sci-fi, and I give it 2 thumbs way up. I mean, it's in the same realm as 12 Monkeys. It gives you, it's like that, and it's that good. And it's 5 stars, and I can't go on too much more about it, singing its praises. And you've got to see this movie. You just have to. Just take my word for it. If you haven't heard of it, go to your Walmart and pick it up, or go to Netflix. I'm glad I own this. I honestly am. And the fact that the sticker on the front of it says alchemy I didn't even know it was. And I looked and I thought, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And I thought, the universe has a sense of humor with me, but I love it. Yeah. It likes to leave me nudges and winks practically every day. That was just another one. It's like, oh, you are destined to have this movie. Yay! I thought, holy cow, you couldn't have been more right. You know me so well. But that's all I have to say about Synchronicity. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.